Today we're going to talk about designing this book cover. The hardest part about designing a book cover isn't actually making the image, it is working out what to put on the cover. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how this process worked for me and Shelby when we had this discussion. And then I'll just show you how I made the image. That bit's actually quite easy. If you're new here, this is Canva Tips for Authors. I'm Jeeve, and I show authors how to use Canva for their book marketing and, in this case, for making book covers. If you would like to find out more and you'd like to talk to other authors, come join the Facebook group. The link is in the description. Okay, let's go. I had an email from Shelby a while ago saying I want to make a cover ebook cover for a download that I'm giving away. And this is all the stuff that I want on the top. But I want it to look like other things in the genre. Okay, so there's a bit of information. There's the Brave Professional, that's her branding. There's a stamp there, that's her name, title, subtitle. So useful stuff, right? So then we went and we had a look at comp authors, comp titles. What other books are in this field? So if somebody is thinking, oh, I need some help with perimenopause, and they're looking for a book about perimenopause, which other books would they come across? So Shelby sent me these, Hot and Bothered by J.C. Dunn, Menopause Brain, Millennial Menopause, and Davina McCall's Menopausing. And out of these, she felt that this one was probably the closest aligned with her brand because it was slightly humorous and she liked it. It felt more aligned with her brand. I spent some time on Depositphotos looking for graphic images. So all of these, well, this one's photographs, but clearly it's been set up. This is a text-based one. This is again graphics. Hands, people reaching, sort of feminine floral graphics. And this one I'll get a graphic image. So I had a look through some graphic images and I downloaded a few and I sent her some mock-ups. So this is one. This is, I think, a Canva image. Oh no, it's a Depositphotos image. You can still see the watermark there. So I downloaded the Lightbox, like a sample version, and I used it so that I could do some mock-ups. So this has, again, most of the branding and helping hands, which was one of the things that was in the comps. This one was more humorous and it was about how tired you are. I can completely relate to this one. This one again is about comfort and just again tiredness, you know, with the little empty battery icon. And same thing, but much more pink and vibrant. And out of those, Shelby liked this one. So then, it's quite busy. So then we had a discussion about what we could remove, because sometimes less is more when it comes to book covers. You have very little time to get someone's attention, and they're looking at a thing that's only about an inch high, less than that if it's on your phone. So the thumbnail is quite small. There's a lot of detail. So we got rid of this, and we got rid of this in the end. Ended up with was this. Okay, now I'll show you how to make this. First of all, we needed the lady, so I downloaded the actual high definition image from Depositphotos. And then what did I do? I used background remover to erase the background. And then we wanted, so we changed the color. So I clicked on the magenta there and I changed it to very bright pink, which is part of the branding. And the background color is actually this very bright pink taken down. So if you take it up to here, you end up with the same pink. So I got the very bright pink, and then I just changed it, took the color down a bit. Let's undo that. Okay, so that's the background. Okay. And then for the text, we wanted chunky writing so that it would be easy to read at thumbnail size, because help yourself through perimenopause, that's quite a lot of words. So I chose a font called Trend Sans. Right. Now, the thing about Trend Sans is there's a lot of different versions. See, so you've got Trend Sans 5, 4, 1, all of these different things. And so that is Trend Sans 1. So is that. And so is that. So let's add those in. I'm whizzing through this because you know how to change fonts and stuff already. And then I think for Shelby's name, I used Canva Sans because I tried the various different Trend Sans ones. They didn't really work. And this bit is Canva Sans as well. Now to get this two-tone effect, all I did was I put it into Canva Sans, made it bold. I highlighted those 4 letters and changed the color of those. So that, again, was quite easy to do. Now the tricky bit was actually aligning all of these so that you could read it all. Oh, and then we needed to put in best tips. Again, I think that was also, that's Trend Sans 1, but light. Right. So I moved the lady up so that she was at the edge, leaning over with her pile of pillows. And first one, help. I made help bigger, partly because it was the smallest word and I could line them all up below it, but partly because, well, when you're looking for something to help, the word help and menopause are the 2 big important things that you need to know about. You won't be surprised to know that this is the bit that took the longest. So I spent ages moving things up and down and just, changing where her feet are and stuff like that to try and work out, I tried it with the lady flipped over and on this side and the text on that side, which also worked. But yeah, this is where we ended up. So yeah, this bit just took hours of fiddling about, making small changes. I'd lined these up, but I had to change the spacing between the letters a little bit, and where to put the lady so that her pajamas didn't obscure the word menopause. So yes, and this is what I ended up with. And then because Shelby was like, I don't know whether I want pink or cream in the background, we've got the cream version. And they both look quite cool. So yeah, in summary, the main things to think about when designing a book cover is, what are the other books in my genre like? So if somebody is looking for a book of that type, what will they see? And they need to recognize your book as the right type of book immediately. So a bit of research into what's there, then a little bit about what fits your own vibe, whether you can, tilt it towards your own vibe a bit. And then less is more. So make sure that somebody looking at this, let's make it very, very small, at that size, will be able to see immediately it says help yourself through menopause. Everything else is secondary. So that's the bit that hooks them in. And there's a tired person in there, and chances are they're a tired person themselves. They're like, okay, let's have a look at this. And then once they go and look at the Amazon page or whatever, then you can see more detail. Keep it uncluttered, keep it clear, and just make sure it's readable. That's the main thing. Shelby liked her cover, which is great. And she liked it so much, she's actually going to expand it into like a bigger book because she can use this cover. If you want to know more about book covers and how to plan and make your own, I have a whole course about book covers called, well, I call it Book Cover Basics because I am very bad at titles. I probably have to say things like nail your book cover, something like that. But anyway, it's called Book Cover Basics. How to make your own, how to work with a designer. It covers a lot of stuff. And obviously in this channel, if you want to know how to make something specific, like a specific effect for a book cover, there is a whole playlist on this channel for that as well. I hope you found this useful. If you did, tell all your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.